liked how you played the Eminem music for the white guy. Thank you. Wasn't racist at all. How's everybody doing tonight? You guys good? All right, good. Yeah, good. Wake up. All right, I like that. Yeah. You guys are in Vegas at a 4 o'clock start to a comedy show. You realize that, right? This is the beginning of your hangover movie. This is it. So if anybody's got a monkey in their bag or something back there, now's the time to do this, okay? My name is Tacey the Captain Morgan. I'm called that because my friends aren't very creative. My last name is Morgan. I joined the Navy at 17. I have a giant Captain America tattoo, so I give them that. But the only thing I've really ever done in my life decently is I've been married for 25 years, ladies and gentlemen. All of you that clapped, thank you so much. For the few of you that didn't, you're a jerk. Unless you know somebody else that's done 25 years in prison, you should have been clapping your butt off right there, all right? Actually, it's fun. We've reached that point in our marriage where we won't talk about divorce. We won't even bring up the word. And it's not because we love each other. No, it's because neither one wants to see the other one out living their best life at this point. Are you kidding? No way. You see this hairline, lady? There's no app for me, okay? I look like Jewish Dracula at this point, you know? Like, I want to do your taxes. It's not good. I'm not doing anything with that. But I grew up a little different. I'm from the hood. I'm a light-skinned kid from a funny little town. It's called Stockton, California. Anybody ever heard of it? Yeah? Okay, for a few of you. For the rest of you that haven't, let me explain it to you like this. Stockton, California is where people from Oakland, California go to get stabbed. It's rough, all right? It's not easy. I grew up, got teased a little bit. I'm a mixed race kid. Got called light-skinned. A few other things that I can't mention because we have a clean comedy show, but my nationality came out one day, and one of my buddies said, "Well, what are you?" And I said, "Well, honestly, I'm half Jewish and half alcoholic. Half of me will drink your drink, and the other half will not buy you a new drink. We're cheap." Some of you might have recognized me when I came out. I used to have a career before telling these bad jokes. I was a three-time world champion kickboxer. We used to own an MMA gym. Yeah, thank you. I got a bronze medal as well. People always ask, "TC, how'd you get the bronze medal?" I bought it at the pawn shop down the road, you guys. I don't know if you've ever been to Rick's place, but they got a lot of cool stuff. But no, imagine me in the Olympics. That'd be horrible. Fremont Street, let's talk about it, guys. Have you been there yet? Yeah? Okay, I could tell. You always can tell when someone's been to Fremont Street or not. Fremont Street is wild, though. Fremont Street is the kind of place that, I don't know, it changes your life. You know what I mean? Let me just explain. If you have a therapist, go to Fremont Street. You're gonna fire the therapist, I promise you. You just look at those people, you know what I mean? If you go to church, I'm telling you guys, you're done. Walk around Fremont Street for a few hours, and you will be like, God clearly loves me. He lets those people just walk around looking like that? No, it's not good. It's not. It's a rough place. But I'm hitting a certain point in my life. I realize I'm getting up there in age. My wife said the other day that if I die, she's going to remarry a rich, handsome guy. So to get her back, I'm eating healthy. This guy like that. So I was at the Binions down there in Fremont. We were having a salad, and I was having my salad, and it came with onions on it, you guys. I'm not an onion guy, I'd be honest with you. So I peeled the onions off, tossed them off to the side. And then later throughout the day, I kept smelling onions on my hands. Not a good smell. So I complained to my wife. She looked at me, honest to God, looked me right in the eyes and said, "Do you know that if you pee on your hands, it'll make the smell of onions go away?" Where do you learn things like that, you guys? I don't know, because I Googled it. It's not true. Some of you looked at me like I went into El Cortez and peed on my hand. I did not do that either, okay? I just went in there and washed my hand, but yeah, I don't know. She's weird, but I still like her. But I did reach a certain age. I'm old. And there's ways I can tell. And it caught up to me because, like a lot of guys, I still feel, 25 when I look at myself in the mirror. Like, bro, we could go right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, just kidding, bro. My knee and stuff, and sciatica. Can't see you when I take the glasses off. But I still feel young. And I realized that it's not happening for me because I flew to go do some comedy. And when I went on to get on the airplane, they tried to charge me extra for the bags under my eyes. Thank you. Spirit Airlines rough, man. I've also reached that point in my life where all my exercise equipment now just has clothes hanging off of it. Yeah, that's a $1,200 coat rack there, lady, okay? I'm not elliptical nothing anymore. I don't move like that. It's not happening. I brought my guitar. My grandpa played with Johnny Cash, so I was thinking about playing a little guitar for you guys later, if you guys don't mind. Thank you. Thank you. I had mentioned the Olympics earlier. The Olympics just passed. I don't know if any of you guys even really noticed that. We've kind of reached that point as a culture, I think, now where the Olympics really don't mean anything anymore, It just kind of goes by. Next one they're going to have is in LA. And I was like, wow, where's everybody going to park? Now they got a lot of parking all of a sudden, so if you have a house in LA and it burned down, I'm sorry, it was just a joke, okay? But you should be using your front yard for a parking lot, okay? But it is, it's kind of weird. And I realized the moment where we lost the Olympics was when McDonald's stopped giving away free stuff. See, this guy knows what there was a time when you used to watch the Olympics, and on a large French fry, on a large soda, you used to get this stamp that you'd have to peel off, which never worked for me because I chew my fingernails. You'd have to claw this thing and rip a hole through it, and then you'd get this thing, and it would say, if the U.S. wins a gold medal in some event where some guy's going to be skiing and shooting and pole vaulting all at the same time, then you can get a free small cone or French fry. It's your choice. And I think that's kind of where we lost it, because I'll be honest with you guys, me and probably a few guys in there, we used to be in our living room just screaming for some poor guy from like Kazakhstan to lose, you know what I mean? So that I could get a free cone, man! And now that poor guy's got to run around the rest of his life telling everybody how he got a bronze medal. Thank you. Thank you. I'm glad some of you got that. I've been married a long time. And, in order to stay married, you got to do things. Spice it up. Told my wife the other day, I said, you want to do something, let me know. She said, I want to try role playing. I said, I got this. What you may not know is I'm a 37th level mage in Dungeons and Dragons. That's right, I've been role playing for a long time, okay? Not what she was talking about, unfortunately, so I had to sleep on the couch. But being married that long, it really does, you gotta do stuff. And I do comedy, usually out of weird places with weird people, not you guys. Get home at weird hours, I got home recently and it was about 3 a.m. I'll be honest with you guys, one of us has a job. It's not me. No, I actually do have a job. That's part of it. I work overnight at a hospital. And it's a good job. I mean, I feel like everybody's dying to see me, but I did. I got home the other night and I slid into bed real quietly, trying not to wake her up. Next thing, she rolled over and she started rubbing my bum. I was like, hey, that's the sign, okay? And then she whispers, TC, I want you to pillage me. I was like, what did she say? She's been watching one of those Viking shows on Netflix or something. I got excited. I thought, I got to reciprocate, So I said, I'd love to pillage you. But I just plundered myself like 15 minutes ago. And I need 15 minutes before I can pillage and plunder again. I'm glad some of you got that. I was a little worried about you guys. I was talking about Fremont Street. It's crazy down there. If you guys want to have a real life experience, go down there after dark when the band stopped playing. Anybody like Walking Dead? That's exactly what you're gonna run across. Like zombies, it's crazy. And I was down there one night with my wife, and she was hanging out and having fun, and I was making sure she was okay. I was designated driver, When we get down onto the street, we're walking around looking at the weirdos. This guy comes up and he's shaking some change, and he goes, hey, let me get some change. Let me get some change, Alfie, you got some change? I was like, no. He walks up to my wife. She's a good person, unlike me. She looks at the guy and she goes, oh, I'm so sorry. I don't have any change. I spent it all playing the horse racing derby game upstairs. The guy looks my wife up and down and goes, oh yeah? You look like you could have won a horse racing derby. Now some of you may not know this, but I am the roast captain of Las Vegas. So you guys know I laughed my butt off at that, right? I got 25 years in. If somebody else is gonna take a shot, I'm gonna let them, you know what I mean? Then I had that moment, I was like, whoa, hey, wait a minute, that's my wife, I was like, hey, man, back up, get out of here. We go walking on a little bit further down. My wife looks at me and goes, TC, I feel really bad. I said, what's wrong? She goes, that dude's homeless. He's out here begging for change. He smelled like pee. I said, well, he probably had a salad earlier with onions on it. Nice. All right, now like I said before, my grandpa played steel guitar with Johnny Cash. One of my favorite things my whole life is we have a picture, I still have it, but there's a picture of him and Johnny Cash standing there when they were young, so they were all slim and tucked in and trying to look cool. Of course, if you know Johnny Cash, he was the man in black, so he wore an all-black suit with a little white tie. My grandpa Bob was his partner, so he was the man in white, same exact suit with the black tie. And it was always one of my favorite things to hear the stories of those guys running around. And so growing up, I naturally tried to pick up some of those things. I'm not a great guitar player, but I learned a little bit. So if you guys are ready for this? First of all, yes, it is a ukulele. Thank you for calling that out. It's just my little guitar, all right? I don't know what any of you are even talking about. Just do this like this, and I just want to say, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming out tonight. I had a wonderful time with you. My name is TC the Captain Morgan. Thanks very much, Jimmy Kimmel. Thank you, guys.